Howdy, folks. This is Apple Geek. I'm about to watch Mentally Advanced episode 15, based on Stairmaster. It's a CMC and Fluttershy focused episode, so this could be quite an interesting one, to say the least. Because between Fluttershy and her, the abuse that she's constantly under, and you got Thrakrazad and Scootaloo, boy. Yeah, this could be an interesting story. Wonder if we're gonna have a song in here or not, because I really did like Sweetie Belle's lullaby song, but knowing Thrakrazad, I'm guessing we're not gonna get that. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I wonder what the basis of their story is gonna be for going into the forest. What's the name of that thing? The cockatrice, I think it was. Wonder how that's going to be portrayed in here. Yeah, we'll find out. I'm terrible at predicting these things, so I'm just going to watch. Starting now.
You who must not be named, I come to discuss perfectly ordinary business, which
Right
is
off the
not the
bat.
least bit suspicious. But before we begin, I must ask you, what are you wearing?
Yes, it's
What?
the Nebuskin was aware the viewer had us out at Ashbulska. I gone through with us to show without no familiars, to now appear everybody and much more around the edge, you know,
Very well. Let me be frank in saying that our contract with the devious
What?
Twilight Sparkle has been to our
She's
disadvantage.
right there!
Excuse me, can I be a part of this meeting? Was that a yes or a no?
You have been denied your request.
Oh!
No.
Ooh,
She will
that's
become
kind of harsh.
suspicious if we murder her. Presently, she is unaware that her home exists where points converge. Twilight Sparkle's support base grows beneath the plateau of Ling. The people of Thorobon have become bold thanks to their new leader's seeming invincibility. We have exhausted our efforts, but the dreaming world is not the source of her power.
Was that a RDP reference?
The Night Gaunts would be upon us. How does she resist the great chaos from which all things stem? None should be immune.
Can I interrupt again?
Our phones have not been invented here yet. You confuse yourself on the order of time.
If you guys are talking about Twilight and the elements of
Ooh,
harmony,
interesting.
Twilight is the element of magic. We work together through friendship, although she kind
Don't
of
just
hates us.
give them the
That
answers.
is stupid. Are you kidding? That cannot work. We would set an embarrassing precedent. Yes, but if it doesn't, we'll look like complete spastic idiots and it will totally ruin our credibility. The source of her power cannot be friendship.
Actually, I think it's the gemstones that contain all the magical power. Or it's inside of us all along. I'm not really
Yep.
sure. We found some
That.
gemstones in the Everfree, and they're supposed to be important, but they kind of look like plastic.
See? Their power is either innate or granted by gemstones. I do not know, but I have obtained 2 unwitting accomplices. I shall gather them here on tomorrow's eve, and we shall conduct a search of the Everfree Forest.
Okay.
Yep, okay. That's how the CMC is going
She
to the
does not
forest.
suspect a thing, and I shall see to it that no others become aware of our true intentions.
Sweetie Belle, there is
What
absolutely
is the whole
no
thing? How can
way
she
I'm
not
going to allow
suspect
you to spend the
anything?
night with Fluttershy. Why would you even want that?
Because Fluttershy has lots of pretty animals. As an ordinary child, I am naturally enamored with them.
Well, I doubt that Fluttershy
Okay.
is really all that eager to be looking after kids. I don't know if you've smelled the girl, but she can barely take care of herself. Actually, after spending time around Sweetie Belle, I realize I don't understand children as well as I thought. I do have a lot of animals, but I still feel sad. I think
guess
maybe that's because
because
animals aren't as
Thracker
good as a
Sutton's not a
baby.
real kid.
And maybe that's what I need in my life. Fluttershy,
Oh, boy.
darling. Sweetie Belle is no proper substitute for happiness, trust me. She's loud and she's needy and obsessed with statistics. I don't even know what part of the family that comes from. Maybe Dad. He's always on
Yeah,
about
that would
his
be Thracker
sports.
Sutton.
That's okay. Sweetie Belle has a lot of dreams that I remember as a kid, and since one of her dreams sometimes meets with Sweetie Belle in my living room, I think I may have repressed memories. Sweetie Belle, I don't think you should stay with Fluttershy.
That is too bad, because in normal child fashion, I have invited my friends without consulting you.
Baby, you gotta be prepared for a surprise sleepover with Scootaloo on any night. Hoo! Spontaneity is part of the magic. I just like to sleep over with friends. It means I don't have to wake
I
up
gotta
at
remember to
6
talk
a.m.
about
and
the
do no
dream thing
chores.
later.
I wanna watch them. They're adorable. Fluttershy, listen to me, you complete retard. You don't know what you're getting into. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. My own mother pays me to watch them, and the price quadruples when Sweetie has friends over. I wanna watch them.
Wow.
I will pay you to let me do it. Of all the times to grow a spine and some ambition, why would you choose... Never mind, just forget it. I don't even... You give me a headache. I need this. It will make everything better.
If you force us to stay, we shall play ordinary superheroes, and only real danger shall be deemed authentic.
Okay, fine. You lose. I'll bring them by after dinner, but I'm going to need you to sign a few legal documents and waivers. So, Fluttershy, just to be plain as day on this, we now have in contractual writing an agreement stating that you are ill-prepared, probably very foolish, not at all suited for this task, especially compared to moi, definitely a great deal less feminine than myself, and you still will accept full liability
That's actually
for
in
anything that
writing?
happens, whether the charges be criminal or civil, and you'll pay all the associated court fees. I don't care
Ouch.
how you try to deter me. Does AJ know that I signed this contract involving her sister? The Apple family has never had enough bumpkin sense or foresight for this type of thing, but I'll cut them in if I have to. What about Scootaloo? Do you know her parents? Who do I call if she gets in trouble? The police, usually. But don't feel badly about it, trust me. She's got her own tank full of coloring books and things. The whole force knows her personally. I'm not sure at this age if that means she's a very fast learner or a very slow learner. But try to expect either, and lock your door unless you don't care that she'll wind up in your underwear drawer eventually. I'm sure she'll behave for me. And if she doesn't, we have a contract saying that we both know I was stupid and you hired me. She won't, and it's going to be your fault. That's how we know that I'm the smarter of us two. I won't take any heat for you. I understand the implications. And it's in writing. Can't take it back now. Well, have a good time. So should
I
we
spent a
start by
lot of time in
destroying
that
something, or
scene.
should we just wear Fluttershy out with our terrible child energy? I say we use up all of Fluttershy's makeup to make ourselves look sexy. Please don't lean in my chairs.
I'm being stupid, like the others.
So, baby, I heard that you have experience with an angry dragon. Does it hurt when it comes out your nose? I want to cook chocolate chip pancakes.
I am also being obnoxious.
Tell me about that dragon, baby. I need to know. I'm not sure I understand. Just tell Scootaloo all the beautiful details. Well, it was really big. And it was red. That's normal, baby. And it could breathe terrifying fire. Oh, I may have misread the context of that situation.
Fluttershy, have we sufficiently exhausted you such that we might all retire and do no suspicious activities in the
Alright.
of the night?
Why do you want to go to bed already? Are you bored? Am I boring you? Kinda, sorta. You know,
Probably,
my
yeah.
granny likes to tell stories when it gets late. Y'all know any good stories?
I hope that children are eaten to provide a threatening moral.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named
Alright.
Little Yellow Riding Hood, and she was very sad. Her grandmother
Okay,
was
that's totally
dying,
Fluttershy.
and her parents were divorced. They didn't have a lot of money, and Riding Hood spent a lot of time crying. Then one day,
Ooh.
her mom made her get a job to help cover bills, so she delivered papers. It rained, and her feet got tired, and then a wolf, who was about her age, began teasing Riding Hood about her weight, because it always made Riding Hood cry, and that made the wolf laugh. So she hooks up with this fox, and he eats this girl. No, he He was not a fox. He was
Scootaloo,
a
you are
wolf.
He
incorrigible.
might have been a foxy wolf, baby. It all depends on how you look at the situation.
There's no good way to look at this wolf. He was evil.
Well, y'all know what they say
Yeah,
about evil.
Fluttershy's
They
giving us
say
her whole
evil is
backstory
killed
here.
at the end to set a moral example.
He is a bad wolf, not a fox, and he has no appeal whatsoever, except with the other
Wow.
girls who are also wolves.
So tell us about this bad foxy wolf's relationships with the other bad foxy wolves.
He has no redeeming qualities. He made Riding Hood sad. He is a bad character. He probably dies old and happy because that's how the world is. Well, see, now all the
Oh,
suspense is
ouch.
gone. Let's go do something else. But I was telling you a story. Well, it's a boring story about a weak character who ain't no fun. Well, if I...
Where is that makeup? Let's put some on and then test kissing on each other. Hoo!
Okay, I just lost all my energy. Maybe now is time for bed after all.
Yes, it is time for Fluttershy to lower her guard.
Bedtime. Bedtime
Oh, boy.
for everyone now. Can't y'all at least give us a glass of apple cider? Granny always gives me a glass of apple cider. I don't have any apple cider, but maybe you'll
course
be
not.
just as happy as long as we pretend we have apple cider.
Pretending just ain't the same
Oh.
as the real deal, baby.
I know, but
Yeah,
I used to
that's pretty much
pretend
true.
like that all the time when I was little, and I know it helps
Ouch.
occasionally. Good night, little ones.
Now that Fluttershy is gone, our sordid, ordinary deed may commence.
Thrakkerzad, I'm not sure I get your plan exactly.
It's simple.
Yeah, I
We
guess
go
we're not
into
getting the song in
woods,
this one.
Identify the source of Twilight's power, and then destroy it.
I know, but why, really?
Because there will be candy.
How does that work?
It will be an abstract kind of candy, but you may trust my mutual desire for things identical to what most children desire.
I don't know about
There'll be
that.
candy,
I mean,
sure, why
the
not?
forest is dangerous. Did Twilight wrong you or something?
No, of course not. No more than she wrongs most ponies.
Well, I think she does wrong most ponies.
Oh, then yes. I have been wronged and wish Twilight to lose her powers.
Okay, see, now I get you. I've heard all about blood feud, so I can totally help y'all out, I think. So, I'm up for it if you gals are. Alright, I think all of us are aware of the
Okay.
danger out here, so we need to stay as quiet
Blood
as
feuds.
possible.
Nah, baby, that ain't how it works. Loud noises scare animals away. When the house is a rockin', they don't come a knockin'. Hoo!
No, that only works for scaredy little animals that don't eat ponies, like bunnies.
And nobody gets the house rockin' like little bunnies. Hoo! So that there is a count in my favor, baby. Although I'm willing to share my rhetorical successes with you.
That's dumb, Scootaloo. We can't share success in a rhetorical debate if we're on opposite sides of an argument.
We can if I let you in, and that makes you feel like spending more time with me, baby. Scootaloo likes being in control, and when Scootaloo's in control, you're in control, baby.
What? No, don't just let me win, cause then we ain't gonna learn nothing about the opposite sides of the argument.
Scootaloo argues differently, you
Okay.
beautiful, beautiful girl.
You guys need to stay focused on finding the source of Twilight's
Okay,
power.
so
What's
Scootaloo
it
has a
look
thing for
like,
Apple
anyway?
Bloom, apparently.
Like a gemstone, only the source of Twilight's power.
But the power's inside of her all along.
No, it isn't.
Thank you!
It is in a gemstone.
It ain't, though. If it's in anything, it's that silly plastic tiara she wears sometimes, but I don't think that thing matters.
Of course it matters. Why else would she have it?
I think that might just be an aesthetic placeholder. In any case, that thing ain't here in the Everfree.
Of course it's in the Everfree. I have sources on this.
What sources? Because there was a whole bunch of fuss when Celestia showed up and took a bunch of that cheap jewelry back to Counterlot a while ago.
When did this
Ooh,
happen?
uh-oh.
Like, a few months ago.
Darn it! It must have been when I was on that family trip. My father's unrepentant thirst for camping is truly a burden on us all. So after that, we got lost and didn't find our way home again for 3 hours. We were lucky not to be devoured.
What the
As did I. The others are upstairs sleeping now, but I fear they will be cranky in the morning. And Apple Bloom has been harboring secret criticisms toward the cleanliness of the bathroom, and my relation to such concerns. It will indeed be a minefield.
I'm really sorry you didn't enjoy your sleepover, Sweetie Belle.
Seriously,
She's still
we
sitting
need
right
to
there.
consider finding another spot for our secret meetings.
Okay. quick enough. Okay. I really wish I had more time to read that text at the end, but I'm not going to go back and read it right now. Okay, well, this was an interesting twist. I have no idea who that shadowy being is, but I'm sure I'll hear all about this in the comments later about all the things that I missed that are references and subtext and everything. Obviously, a cohort of Thrakerzods to some degree, but wow, there's so many things here. How do I formulate my thoughts on this? Okay, first of all, this whole thing with Twilight, like, what is going on here? It sounds to me, based on everything I just heard read in there, it sounds to me like there's some sort of like alternate dimensional conflict going on or something like that, and somehow like there are like one faction or one side is apparently worshiping Twilight, or considering her their leader or something like that. Is Twilight even aware of any of this going on? I don't think so. But I mean, it sounds like they're talking about trying, they're trying to destroy the source of Twilight's power, whatever that is. Well, the only thing I can think of power-wise there, it would have to be the elements of harmony. But yeah, I mean, the power's within them, so it's not these silly gems. That's just yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. But just yeah, very interesting development there, because there really hasn't been a whole lot about stuff going on, behind the scenes with Thrakerzod and that. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what this will escalate to. Oh, and then the shadow figures talk about smartphones, and Thrakerzod's like, no, they haven't invented smartphones yet. You got your times wrong or something. Like, okay, so it's like beings traveling through time and space, and further suggesting that they're going to have smartphones in the future in Equestria. It's like, okay. And then the whole thing with Fluttershy talking to Rarity, she's mentioning that Sweetie Belle has a lot of the same dreams that she had when she was little, but now it's like there was a dream, chatting with Sweetie Belle in her living room, so you think she has repressed memories. Oh, and then there was the bit about something about points converging, right? Like in her house there or something for I would assume transportation between different dimensions or something, or alternate realities, or whatever we're calling them. So that almost suggests like Twilight or Fluttershy has seen these beings in her house before because they come and go through there or something. This is a whole lot of new stuff just dumped into this into this series out of nowhere. Man. But no, yeah, that was one thing I meant. They had verified that Twilight does not get her power from the dream world. I feel like that's almost got to be a reference back to RDP number 6, the Haunting Nightmare, because that was a whole thing in was it a dream thing, or well, no, I guess it was actually inside a book. It wasn't really so much a dream state thing. So maybe I'm thinking wrong on that, but well, whatever the case. I did see a note at the end there about the last time we've seen any significant action from Thrakerzod was back in Haunting Nightmare, so yeah, it's nice to get that character back again. Scootaloo, yeah, is Scootaloo. What more is there to say on that? Apple Bloom, the normal one, of course. And then the names, it's odd. Because the adults are calling her Sweetie Belle, and then Apple Bloom and Scootaloo are calling him, or Apple Bloom at least calling her Thrakkerzod. So what's going on there? And for that matter, I just lost my train of thought on that. Oh yeah, you're having these conversations with this otherworldly being right in front of Fluttershy. Like, how does she not suspect anything? I mean, are you just even more hating on Fluttershy here? Apparently, they consider her so stupid or retarded or whatever you want to call it that they're going for. There is that she won't comprehend what's going on and won't talk about it to anyone or whatever. I don't know. Then for that matter, it's like, oh, it flat out says the Apple Bloom, it must destroy the source of Twilight's power. Like, what? She do something wrong? Like, yeah, very subtle, very subtle. Uh, anyway, as far as I said, yeah, I didn't get the song. Didn't man? They cut the whole cockatrice thing and the actual Fluttershy stare out of it entirely, but. And again, that makes complete sense because, yeah, it was really a Fluttershy focused episode originally, and they always changed the main focus of the episode, so that went out. That would have been funny though to see this version of Fluttershy using the stare. That, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that whole long thing with the legal documents and whatever. Wow. I just don't even know what to say about that. Apparently, the CMC are absolute terrors for stuff kind of Rarity has to go through with them when she's watching them. So, whatever. I think that was. Just trying to replay the episode in my mind here and think if there's anything else that. Oh, Apple Bloom's comment about the blood feuds. Like, I understand about blood feuds going on, so I understand where you're coming from. Wanting to, like, okay, is that supposed to imply that there's like feuding going on within the Apple family and the various, cousins and uncles and whatever spread around everywhere? That's what I got out of it. I don't know if that's what they meant to imply or not, but yeah, it's just interesting little bits of things that I feel like are references to something, or at least down the road for things we'll be seeing. So whatever. Oh, and then yeah, I guess Fluttershy herself, the whole story she was telling, I'm like, yeah, right away. She's obviously talking about herself, but man, she's had a terrible life. Grandma died, parents divorced. People keep telling her she's fat. Has get a job, deliver papers in the rain. Well, nobody likes to do that, of course, but help make ends meet, and yada yada. It's like, man, I just don't even know what to say. I feel like, can't she get a break somewhere along the way in the series? Oh man. Anyway, I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff here, but I really didn't catch much for references to former like specific episodes or things like that. It was mainly dwelling on the whole Thrakkerzod and his cohorts going after Twilight's power thing. So yeah, obviously tell me what I missed because I probably missed a whole lot of subtlety there. That if I had outside knowledge about the it's a time back like Cthulhu and all this mythology stuff. If I knew more about that, I might understand more what's going on here. But anyway, I'm sure I'll get the comments about it later. So that's all I got for now. I'm gonna wrap that up and move on to next one. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna do another one of those tonight. Actually, I got home from work kind of late tonight. But I will do my best to keep these churning out here on a somewhat regular basis, and yeah, hopefully get through MAS pretty soon. Not sure if I can do it by the end of this week or not, but within the next couple weeks we'll get through it. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys again next time.